I am done with the dysfunction and romanticizing toxic love stories. Are you done? This is the question with Mars and Leo. I'm going to give you the top 4 secrets to amplify your love life in the right direction by breaking cycles on these critical top 4 points. Make sure you stay to understand what are these 4 points, check the timestamps, and really get a clean look. This is a transit of power, conviction, attracting devoted love. But you will have to address the source. Many of us will be, with Leo type energy, breaking away from the family conditions as for how we deal with toxic cycles, conditioned behavior of dysfunction, and romanticizing a lover that is representing your parent and how they controlled their lover and how they suffocated their lover. That may be your father and that may be your mother. It's going to change per person, but stick here and you will understand. As you hit the thumbs up and the likes button, I invite you to hit the thumbs up and the likes button as we dive into Mars and Leo after a 8-month retrograde. April 18th is about divine inspiration and seeing beyond the ludicrous energy with the fire signs of Aries and Leo. Neptune in Aries is really ruling that 12th house of how we completely dismantle our identity based off of an ancient program deep within our DNA where we want soulful love of that 12th house energy, but we're going about it in ways that are quite frankly delusional. Aries will help us see through as it trines Mars and Leo. That Leo energy will demand devotion, but through exemplary action. It will put itself into the fire. It will take the risk to speak up to your parents. And this is where the magic starts to stir, and we're going to have this fiery, boiling energy that allows us to have very difficult, conflict-driven conversations that are full of actions where our morals and our beliefs that are separate from the parents, separate from the control, separate from the suffocation. Something very close and dear to our heart, we will have an emotional pot of morals and philosophies that we have been honing and percolating for the last 8 months. When Mars retrograde went from Leo back into Cancer, Mars in Cancer went back now, April 18th, on the same day of the first time in 165 years has Aries been in Neptune. So Neptune in Aries is the first one. This is the first major critical piece out of my 4 secrets as I actually hit the thumbs up and the likes button. And we move on to the next major secret you need to know to amplify your love life and end romanticizing the dysfunctional relationships that started from the parents and now has you here. Thumbs up. Now on April 25th, this is the tipping point. If you have been involved in entangled and enmeshed relationships like Will Smith and Jada, and you look at that and you go very judgmentally and very critically, oh, that is toxic, that is ugly. Okay, well, look at the projection, okay? Because Pluto in Aquarius is now ruling the 10th house for Aquarius specifically. And this is where the obsession and the manipulation and the control and the mental gymnastics and the mind-grappling suffocation of that fixed air. Think about air where you can't breathe. This is Aquarius. It is having us at the tipping point that wants us to break through because it is an opposition of the courageous Lion King, Lion Queen, Leo. And Leo and Mars is not about that nonsense. It's ready and willing to stick up for its beliefs. It's ready and willing to say, look, my conviction, my actions, my assertion, my aggression, it is aligned with the divine right now. It's aligned with what God would do. Being ruled by the 9th house of that Sagittarius energy. And it's like, look, I truly believe that God wants better for me. I truly believe that God wants and needs me to step into my power, needs me to value my true self, my real identity, the identity that is separate from the family, the parts of my family that they don't accept. I accept myself now, so I no longer need your validation and approval. Mars is ready to go to war. It's ready to spit that hot fire. It's ready to motivate the hell out of you to hit that thumbs up and that likes button so that you can separate from the entanglements, the enmeshment, the manipulation, the obsession of something that was never yours to begin with. Time to end that generational karma and power struggle that you have dealt with. As you hit the thumbs up and the likes button and move into our third out of 4, stick with me, dysfunctional understandings and tips and transits that's going to excel you, okay, into the love life and the power and the deserving attention that you've earned. Thumbs up. May 22nd is when you reclaim your power. And when I say reclaim, what I really mean is Aries says, we're going to step into a brand new understanding of my power. You haven't even yet witnessed this. You haven't yet had the courage to step into this level of conviction, of power. Not yet, but you will by May 22nd, 2025, when Mars, okay, and Leo will trine Venus and Aries. Now we have to understand that Venus and Aries already came, so it's also went through a retrograde and a measurement of your worth, of your values, as you let go of the excessive and the dysfunctional, crazy, nasty, most hideous and violent parts, which is really happening all while it's in Venus and Pisces. I say violent in a sense of psychological abuse, okay? I'm talking violence as in spiritual violence, right? Like your soul being out of alignment. Aries is the one bringing that alignment, and it's saying, look, you're now getting ready to value your truth and not marry your wounds. Hit the thumbs up and say, I am marrying my truth. Down below in the chat, hit the thumbs up and say, I am marrying my truth, and I'm breaking up with I'm breaking up with my wounds, baby. I'm no longer acting, operating, or aligned with that non-convicted person. I'm stepping truly into my worth without a doubt. And this is going to be your 2nd house and your 7th house. So your relationships, the people you're ready to marry, they're waiting for you on the other side of you balancing out that mind and heart. What is the best for me? What's best for you is what feels right without question. Aries is not here to question things. Leo is like, I'm beyond questions. I'm about that action. So Aries and Leo together, these two fire signs, is like, let's get it. Dysfunctional is done. I'm stepping into brilliance. I'm stepping into power. I'm stepping into worth. I'm stepping into your whole spirit going to be singing after this one on May 22nd. And it's going to happen 1 month after the storm. So do keep in mind that Mars opposite Pluto, there's going to be a month-long storm. So May 22nd, look forward to it, because you're going to be stepping out of that storm and seeing the rainbows and the bright sun shining light on you, saying, yo, look, my son, look, my daughter, look, my kin. Look, you soulful being. Chin up. Look up. I love you. Hit the thumbs up and the likes button, baby. The divine is about to come down and smack you like lightning and help you break these chains. And in a way that you never expected. You're going to step into a version of your worth, a version of your future impactful self, where it's like, yo, time out, whoa, I wasn't ready for this. Well, look, if you didn't take any action on those powerful transits I said earlier, where the trining energy with energies of Aries, then this is where you're really about to get messed up on this time frame, because Mars is going to square Uranus and Taurus. So Mars and Leo with this Taurus energy says, hey, look, you know what? If you're not going to step up to what you're truly worth, I'm going to help you get there, and I'm going to get you there right now, whether you're ready or not. And it's going to happen on June 14th. So on June 14th, look, freedom is coming, whether you're ready or not. It's going to be unexpected, and it's going to be the final wake-up call for this particular transit, okay? So Mars and Leo says, look, I've been here since April 18th. I've been really kicking, yo. And now it's June 14th. So it's like, look, we got this couple months now, okay? We got a couple months that wake up, wake up, wake up. The dysfunction is over, and the gods have now stepped in from a transgenerational standpoint and said, we no longer got time for you to figure the rest out. Okay, we're going to push you into action. So when this time comes, understand that at the end of the day, you already have the strength. You already have the power. You already have the unique value system of yourself. You already stepped into your power. You reclaimed who you are. You stepped into a brand new identity. Hopefully, This is when, if you need more support, you come and you book me for one-on-one service, and I will walk you through that. If you need some support within the community, you come and you join our membership. It's only $33 a month. You're gonna have that founders membership, or never go up. So that said, hit the thumbs up and the likes button as we get into your all signs for the horoscopes. These are my 4 major secrets that you needed to know to step out of dysfunctional love and into a powerful union with the divine, deep within your soul, deep within your being, deep within yourself, in an aligned fashion that brings you tremendous joy, radiance, and brilliance in your life. So say down in the chat, I'm brilliant and radiant without question. I am brilliant and radiant without question. Drop that in the chat with the lightning bolt saying, I'm accepting this final wake-up call. I thank you for being here. This is your Ayurveda shaman, Purnell Bobby, and we're going to get ready to do all 12 signs for your personal and individual forecast. Let's get it, baby. You are radiating with confidence, but make sure you're not rushing into the drama. These relationships that you're involved with should not be one of control and restriction and making you feel like you're suffocating. They should actually truly make you feel alive, vibrant, and brilliant. Aries, Mars and Leo will be acting dramatic, but in a way where your art form and your speech and your friendships should be full of fun and engagements that actually make you feel valuable. This is what you need to know for Mars and Leo, Aries. Hit the thumbs up and the likes button. What sets your heart on fire, Taurus? Listen, Mars and Leo wants you to break up with clinging to the security of a partner or a relationship, or what they may symbolize, or what you may have romanticized that they symbolize, and look at the true facts of, look, I feel safe and secure in this, but I'm bored. I'm tired. I'm sick of this. I don't want to cling on to the old wound of what this person in my life may represent. And in fact, and instead, I actually want to let this connection go, because the reality is it's actually negatively tarnishing my integrity that I have with myself and the worth and the things that I know I deserve. Taurus, Mars and Leo is giving you the strength to do that. Hit the thumbs up and the likes button if you agree. It is a season of flirting for you, Gemini. The flirtatious energy is going to be absolutely contagious, but you got to be careful right now to not fall into love or social triangles, right? We've all been in a love triangle at some point in time, but the reality is Leo's like, yo, you deserve more than that. You deserve better than that. The conversation that you're going to be having will be electrifying. And if they are anything short than that, it is something where you truly need to understand, Gemini, that Mars and Leo want you to literally break up, be bold, and say, this isn't mentally stimulating. This doesn't give me this sapiosexual energy and vibrations that I want in my connections. Then I'm better than that, quite frankly. So hit the thumbs up and the likes button if you agree on this Mars and Leo transit. Cancer, you're getting ready to go through a financial shift that will actually truly impact your relationships in a major way, right? Mars and Leo specifically wants you to actually speak up and be stern and firm with what kind of emotional security and stability do you require at this upgraded, up-leveled stage in your life? That's a question. I want you to drop the answer down below in the chat as you hit the thumbs up and the likes button, Cancer. Leo is literally pushing you to say, pronounce, and act like I deserve more. So if you agree, say it in the chat below, Cancer. I deserve more in love and I'm settling for nothing less. Leo, Mars and Leo wants you to watch out for ego clashes. But more than that, it's a great time to be alive, Leo. It's a freaking fabulous and marvelous time. You're going to be attracting partners that actually make you feel lit and lifted, right? You're going to be admired and actually supported and loved and appreciated in the ways in which you have always craved. But it's happening because you're truly being yourself. You ain't being nothing less than that. You're not experimenting in any of these stages with your relationships or your friendships. You're flat out being, doing, and embodying all of the energy of every value, every moral, every philosophy you have. And dysfunction isn't a part of any of that equation. If you agree, say, I am free, lifted, and radiant. And down in the chat below, Leo. Virgo, do not let deep and old emotional wounds cloud your judgment or bring you to a position in a place in life that your future self is not happy with what you're doing in the present. You will be clearing out a lot of emotional as well as toxic psychological energies that just do not belong in any of your intimate relationships, nor does it belong in your entire soul and the atmosphere and the aura that you possess. It is going through a tremendous wipe away, cleanse, erase. Get the bubbles and start scrubbing in the bath with some salt water and some essential oils. Love on yourself heavy, and Mars and Leo will give you all the power and the dominance needed to cleanse and clear the psychological jargon that is holding you back. It's time to move forward, Virgo. If you agree, say I am moving forward and the thumbs up in the chat down below. Libra, do not mistake fleeting excitement for a commitment. Because right now you may be in a position where your friend is turning into a lover or your lover is turning into a friend. One, be mindful and careful of both. I do truly believe that our lover should be our best friend. But don't mistake that fleeting excitement, that one night of, whoa, that 1 week of, whoa, that glamour magic to confuse you with the truth. You deserve a true commitment if that is what you want. And Leo is willing to give that beyond the stages of fun. Be mindful, be present, and be willing to be truthful and honest with your future version. But today, and everything will work out for you in your favor, your long-term hopes and dreams for a relationship, for a loving connection that is full of life. It should give you life. It should give you everything you deserve and nothing less. As you hit the thumbs up and likes button, say, I deserve this. Your magnetism is at an all-time high, Scorpio. Mars and Leo has you stepping into that magneticism, into that brilliance. And it's saying, look, if you can't deal with me on the day-to-day, how I brush my teeth, whether I make the bed, whether I decide not to put my shoes away in the closet, if you can't deal with the day-to-day, everyday nuisances and accept me for truly who I am and all the magnetic brilliance and love and light that I bring, then you don't deserve to be seen with me in public, nor do you deserve to be seen with me in private. In fact, I'm ready to walk away, and I'm doing it just like that. But at the same time, if somebody's willing to accept you and how you are every day in all of your intensity, then Scorpio, this is a time to really commit and bring it a little bit deeper and take that courage of Leo while Mars is there and embrace it. Move forward with it. Enjoy it. And then be empowered by it, Scorpio. And hit the thumbs up button and say, I'm empowered. Are you truly free, Sagittarius? Are you in this long distance relationship? Are you connected to somebody spiritually speaking, but they physically are not there to give you the affection that you want, that you crave, that you love? Are you truly free, Sagittarius? Mars and Leo is not going to settle for this mystical and, maybe type of love situation. It wants commitment. It wants devotion. And it will test you. And it will test that partner. And it will say, look, I'm here. I'm ready. I'm willing to have some fun. I'm willing to try a variety of things and statuses and situations. But at the end of the day, I am expanding in my love life, and I'm expanding in my concept of finding meaning in that process of love, which means that maybe that long distance relationship ain't going to be the one to cut it. And if it is, tell them to come move where you are, or you take the courage to go move where they are and see if that actually works in the physical, because fire energies like to touch, if you know what I mean. Hit the thumbs up button and say, I touch myself. It is a time of intense passion for you, Capricorn. Mars and Leo will be testing your emotional boundaries through deep psychological and energetic transformation. You literally might be dealing with some battles, some struggles, especially about setting energetic and emotional boundaries. Don't believe the hype that you are not in tune with your emotions. It's not true. Leo brings that emotional fire and energy for you to step up in the areas and the stages that your boundaries lacked a little voice, lacked a little presence, lacked a lot of extra strength. This is the divine and your inner spirit guiding you to be tested through the fire to transform and fly high like an eagle, or to bury yourself deep like a mole rat. Who will you be? Mars and Leo says you're going to fly high like an eagle and soar, baby. Use that voice, that throat chakra, and speak your truth. Hit the thumbs up and say, I speak my truth, Capricorn. Your relationships are leveling up, and it is forcing you to either quit and get out of town, or it's forcing you to actually commit deeper and say, I'm ready for this. This is the commitment. This is the long term. Ooh, yes, you're a part of me. I'm part of you. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's go all the way. Okay, Aquarius, Mars and Leo literally says, speak up, make an impact in your connections, and make sure that you are not only being methodical in your relationships, not only being full of integrity, because you must have that courage to follow through the integrity, which means, Aquarius, that you can't just observe what's happening while you see it's happening. You got to speak up on that thing, and you got to be willing to either commit or get the hell out of town. Okay? You understand me? So say it in the chat below. I commit, or thank you, I'm out. Hit the thumbs up and the likes button, Aquarius, on this Mars and Leo transit. Has love felt overwhelming, Pisces? Mars and Leo is saying, prioritize yourself, care for yourself, ask that question, and break up with the toxic cycles. It is a space and a time for healthy passion to actually blossom and flourish. And Mars and Leo says it starts with you. At the end of the day, you have to be willing to make the shifts, cut things out that don't matter, but in the physical world, they must match your magical manifestations of your worth, and they must match the expansion of the love you have been pouring into yourself and the abundance that you have been receiving. And if they don't match, it is time to break up with that toxic cycle that is allowing and keeping you prisoner. Okay, Mars and Leo is not going to go for it, Pisces, and neither will you. Hit the thumbs up and the likes button and say, I demand the best in the chat.